warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. Tariq, hey, you've seen No Way Home, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, hey,
so let's not...
it doesn't matter.
But
I'm gonna pull a Doctor Strange, and I'm gonna pull William out from the multiverse.
You can't do
Alright.
shit, I'm already here.
Bring him!
You can't pull me.
Pull him in!
Oh
Bring
my
him
God.
back!
The multi. Wait,
do
are
shit.
you Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire?
Oh my god, I can hear him!
No, it's William Supreme! It's William Supreme!
What is happening?
Which timeline?
Wait, how am I the Supreme if Austin is just taking the role of Supreme right now? How can there be two?
No, he's Doctor Strange, and you're Strange Supreme. You're coming back, we're pulling you in!
What? Okay, this is...
Or-
more like, what's his fuck in,
Into the Spider-Verse?
Shang-Chi.
Oh.
It's like,
Ben Kingsley?
no.
Oh, Wong. You're Wong! That's what you are!
And I'm here!
Yeah,
that's
William,
right,
you
guys
are...
haven't seen-
You...
Alright, that's right, you guys haven't seen No Way Home yet. Okay, that's
Yeah, we really do need to... Yeah. Listen,
that
some of
logic,
us...
it's really
Hey.
it does not work in this situation anymore.
Some of us want to... Some of us don't want to catch COVID.
Yeah. Really worried right now.
Anyway...
Hey,
William's back!
That's
Okay,
right.
Yeah, I
And an episode that won't air until when he's already back.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm so glad you could join us in the worst time possible, right? In the second to last episode of Gundam Build Real.
I mean, this is actually, like, the best episode,
But
though.
it's the second to last, but it's the best one because there's just so much stupid drama, but actual good humor in it, and fucking ridiculous shit that doesn't fucking matter.
And the only dumb thing that's really confusing is just girls, but girls are confusing anyways, so...
Anyway, welcome to episode 5 of this podcast where we talk about Gundam Build Real, where I, Tariq, somebody who knows a shit ton of stuff to a problematic degree about Gundam, take Austin, a person who actually has this YouTube channel, into this fucking Gundam world, and my girlfriend Molly, who's already dealt with 5 years plus of this fucking shit, and my obsession with Gundam, and now I finally get to drag William's decrepit, crippled, wounded, sick ass through it.
I'm fine! I was vaxxed and boosted, okay? I'm fine! Literally
Yes,
literally
but you are ready for the Tariq's bizarre adventures of fucking Gundam, because you're about to get a fucking history lesson, boyo.
So Tariq's Bizarre Gundam, alright, I got it.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, William. Alright, so we're on episode 5. The Tokai Regional Tournament Begins. Alright, so Gundam Build Real.
Are we doing a brief history of the
a short...
4 episodes?
Here's a short synopsis of what this situation is. Alright? So I explained this to Austin in the first episode. Molly has all the same history of the Gundam Build franchise that I do. The Gundam Build franchise was Bandai and Sunrise going, listen, we could make a new Gundam franchise, like a new Gundam season, or we have all these Gunpla, and a lot of people like Gunpla. So what if we made a show about the Gunpla? And they basically just made Metabots, or Beyblade, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or whatever, about Gunpla.
Yeah, a bunch of kids hang out and build Gunpla, and then they fight and do shit.
And they've done...
4 seasons.
They've done 4 seasons of Gundam Build animes, totaling to 100 episodes at least between all 4 seasons of varying different mechanics and how the world works and why it works in that way. And then they made this Gundam Build Real show where they were like, we're gonna make
it to real life.
not even real life, let's apply it to live action.
The real world.
And somehow they went, we're not going to use any of the, established background that we've had for all of these 100 fucking episodes. We're gonna do a whole new thing, its own thing, that's it.
And you get 6 episodes.
And you only get 6 episodes, and we're also gonna throw in, basically, the plot of Free. where it's like 5 high school friends reunite after being friends back in elementary school and going their separate ways, and there's drama.
They reunite, return to their old hobby.
Yeah. And try to, like, be a team again.
Somebody's on the wrong team.
Yeah. There's a rivalry. There's Japanese Tilda Swinton.
Wait, Japanese Tilda Swinton?
Listen, keep watching the episode in the background. You'll know exactly when he shows up.
Yeah, I'm seeing something about could Monstro be behind it? I have no idea what that is.
Oh yeah, that's the rival team group, by the way.
I let Austin fill him in, because I just want to see how this is going to go.
Oh, okay, sure. Austin, you tell him what's going on.
Oh.
Alright, so basically, a group of people who have only been friends, who are only friends in childhood and hasn't seen each other in 5+ years decides, hey, it's been 5 years. We're all friends and we still have this interest that we were friends with when we were in childhood and we haven't seen each other since then, right? Right. Then the grandma was like, I guess so, yeah? Right? It's like when you see someone after like 5 years and you don't know if you guys still have the same interest when you saw them, right? Right, and they're like, alright, let's enter this Gundam battle tournament now, right, with our Gundam, right? And it's also very clear from the beginning that none of these characters kept up with Gundam after they broke up, after that one summer at Gundam camp, right? And then they enter a tournament, right? It's like, alright, we're just gonna enter this tournament with no planning, no foresight or anything, right? Get their ass kicked round 1, and they realize, wow, we're bad at building Gundam.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you don't keep up with it, then you're gonna...
Yeah, it turns out these people are really bad at Gundam. And then one of them realized, okay, we're really bad at, we don't have a real team strategy, so I'm gonna quit the team and go to a team that's an actual MLG pro. I'm gonna go to the Cloud 9 of Gunpla building, by the way.
Cloud 9. Wow.
Which happens to be local for some reason.
No, you
somehow they're just down the street.
When you see this team, and the fact that they have a house dedicated to Gunpla battle, right? It's
dedicated to the
technically, well, that's true. It's way more dedicated to the Zaku than it is to Gundam battle. And also, technically, this team has a house dedicated to it too, except they also have to share it with 3 unsuccessful makeup tutorial YouTuber girls.
Oh, yeah.
So our team is staying at a summer house. It's staying at someone's summer house who also have to... Yeah. And they have to share the space with a bunch of girl bloggers who should really just be opening up an Oni's fan instead or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Except that they're underage. That would be very
Oh, wait, are they underage? I have no idea.
They're in high school!
Oh.
Also, they're not that.
Boy, I wasn't paying attention.
What do you mean you missed that? Everyone's in a fucking uniform!
Okay,
I wasn't sure if this was like a school uniform or a college uniform.
Do they have college uniforms? What?
Do they have college
uniforms? Not often!
Anyway,
that is very rarely...
Pretty much the team is really bad at Gundam building, right? So then they realize, the only way for us to be good at is to hire the legendary Gundam builder, right? Who's just
who's washed up and kind of drunk and owns a hangar.
How are they paying him?
Yep.
That's a good question.
Yep, William. Yep.
I want you to know, a DSLR camera costs $800 to buy in the US, right?
Yeah.
But these guys think it's better. Let's buy a $1,600 DSLR camera for the failed makeup girls, right? Instead,
just to give to as a gift to one of them.
Yeah, not even to the group, just one of the girls.
Why?
I haven't really talked to her.
To buy affection.
I've talked to her maybe like twice, 3 times, and here's a camera.
To be fair, the boy that bought it used to be fat.
I know he was adorable when he was a kid. First episode, I was like, he's so adorable.
You know the boy that has like the one kid that has like the mop of hair and like DSL lips?
Okay, no, I think I know what you...
Yeah. He used to be fat, and he's a fucking simp, and it turns out...
Creamed his mayonnaise.
He squirts mayonnaise because one of the friend's sisters, like, grabs his face. Like, there's literally a scene that is I can only assume, thinly veiled euphemism for him coming in his pants, where he's holding a bottle of mayo. and she like grabs his face and looks at him real hard, and he squirts mayo all over everyone, and then it's just and then she just goes, "Yeah, you're struggling, huh?"
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
And also, they're still bad at Gunpla battle, by the way, right? Because the rules in this universe makes no fucking sense. So, if I were to ask you, hey, let's have a Gunpla battle. Let's make a model kit of our Gundam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then we play. And then, how do you think we battle with them?
What, you mean the Gundams that you build or something?
Yeah, like how would you assume if I were to challenge you to? If I were to see you in the street walking to the next town and our eyes meet and then an exclamation point appear over my head and then I slowly walk towards you as music.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
Right?
I mean, that would be great. But if we're talking about like how Japan tends to go balls to the walls with their shit, I would imagine maybe like I don't know, like a hologram type of thing, like a la Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
You know?
I
would assume
right?
that.
How do you think you control these Gundams?
I would assume if we're continuing down the route of hologram, I would assume you have a controller of sorts, right?
Okay, yeah. What type of controller do you think it is?
Okay. You know what? Just for the hell of it, Nintendo Power Glove.
Do you think?
It's pretty close.
Okay, that's a good one, but what if I were to tell you that there's no rules on how Gundam battle is established in this universe? Because we've seen, I think, up to this point, 5 different battles, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has used a different
up to this
fight
point,
set.
we've seen
4.
We've seen 4.
Yeah. Up to this
and
point,
then in this episode, we see 2 more.
Yeah, and up to this point, we've seen 4 battles. Every single fight, everyone uses a different fight stick. Like, one guy uses his phone, right, as a fucking controller.
Yeah.
Another guy just uses a Steam
Switch
controller.
Wait,
another guy has two what are they called? Flight sticks, right?
Yeah, no. So Team Monster, who is like the team to beat.
That's the rival team in this show.
Yeah.
That's the one where one of the friends went to.
Left to.
Yeah, so they decide to they accept a challenge from them.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing absolutely no like red flags is like, why is this hyper professional team challenging us out of the blue? I know we have one member of our team that is like
spoiler, they want
like
your teammate.
nationally renowned for his like building ability. There's no ulterior motive they could have for challenging us to a fight. And so they show up, with their essentially PSVR Oculus Rift like setup, which is of fucking VR goggles and gloves.
Okay.
And Monster's setup is essentially a fucking gaming chair, like full
like
Gundam cockpit, like everything, and they don't see any problem with it. They don't feel any threat to that, and it's like
a completely fair fight, clearly.
And it's like
street basketball, but the guy shows up from the NBA. It's
really crazy how free people are just able to battle with Gundams in this universe, right? It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you have the same equipment and stage, right? Or like in something like Mega Man. Remember Mega Man Battle Network, right?
Uh-huh.
Like how everyone had that stupid PET shit, right? Right? To control the net navies on it. It's not like that. No, everyone just enters the tournament with their Gundam. They place on a stupid base to digitize them to the VR Mysterio world, right?
Oh, also, let's not forget that all of the hologram shit. So, as you said, you'd think it'd be like a la Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something, right? What if we had a bunch of fucking drones flying around the entire country of Japan, and they would project the display over that, rather than us, like, generate, like, a field and have, like...
We will advise people to stay out of the general area.
Or to know that they're not actually getting stepped on by giant fucking projections.
Not be stepped on. But we're still just gonna project in, like, the...
middle of the fucking, like, street and bridges.
It doesn't matter what's going on. If a Gundam battle's happening, it's gonna happen, right?
Alright, so here's my question then, okay? So, so presumably you make the Gundam, right?
Yeah.
And then you register that in some way. Then you could do. Then apparently you have your VR headset or whatever. And then if you happen to see somebody that has a gun, I don't know how you would identify them. Maybe just they have a mark somewhere to indicate that they're from a different team. You go, I want to challenge him right now, and you have to hope that there might be a drone flying around, right? That's
pretty much.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I guess you can. I guess anybody who has the system can access the servers and start up a match. I guess.
I mean, the real thing is whether or not it's being projected changes, because I think that's only happening.
Oh, that's true.
Battle.
That's true, because a lot of them have been in space.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So it seems like to be fully projected, you have to have a.
You have to go to an actual
city
event.
approved or something.
Yeah.
But the other ones have just been taking place in warehouses or on a beach.
Yeah. Right.
So you probably have to have a city permit to do the holographic shit in the mountains.
Except Homeless Man definitely was the only other person to have a fight that was on terrestrial land.
Yes.
So that assumes that he would have
the city chose
that he would have had setup and connections to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have a Gundam fight with these fucking 4 children.
Pretty big team.
Yeah.
So when he was fighting the children, they were in his office with the oil drums.
Yeah, but they were on in his office with the oil drums. Yeah, but the fight that the Gundams had was in a cityscape.
Yeah,
so
space.
But I'm just saying they could have been in space. It could have been whatever. I'm just saying
they just chose a simple coliseum.
Maybe after the first episode they went, this is too expensive. We can't do this again.
Maybe. Okay, so we're all caught up.
Yeah.
No,
sort of. I do have a question.
That was an aggressive no.
So, look, all you need to know right now is, so our 4 stupid-ass heroes have just recently challenged Homeless Man that perpetually wears the Tech Bro sweater jacket, or vest jacket. And they challenged him so that they could, get his assistance, and he was like, you can only get my assistance if you can beat me. They did not beat him.
Yeah.
And then he was
they already had his assistance.
Well, he was like...
From halfway through the
he was like,
episode.
he was like, you've got to learn from me. I gotta beat you into...
I'm not going to tell you what to do, you're going to have to...
So, yeah, you're going to learn today, little bitches.
I'm going to teach you, but I'm not going to tell you.
So he beats the shit out of him.
Nice.
Right?
And they go, what's wrong?
And then he's like, listen... It's not just that, your mobile suit was better than ours. Because also...
we are caught up.
Well,
I literally said, are we caught up now? And you're going over the beginning of the episode. So, technically, that would mean we are caught up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay.
I'll accept that. I just wonder if...
Alright.
Just one last question. One final.
Yeah,
question. No. Yeah.
This is genuinely what I need to know, because... How do these fights go? Are there stats involved, or is it just you can make one and just...
Technically, yes.
That's a good question.
So hold on. Here's... Okay, alright.
Uh-oh.
Glasses are coming off.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
You better get a glass of water, right now.
Okay.
Go pee, drink some water.
No, don't go anywhere. You stay right there. You go.
Better take out a pen and paper right now.
Okay.
Alright. So, how familiar are you with, Gunpla?
Gunpla?
Scale and, grades and shit?
Well, the only thing I can really say is that I know that there is, apparently, quality, difference in quality.
Yeah.
Kind of like how if you were to buy a power supply for a computer, there would be bronze, then gold.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Great. All right. So, to give you the quick and dirty of it, right? The absolute tiniest kind of Gundam you can get is SD, which literally stands for Super Deformed.
Yeah, the stupid chibi Gundam.
Does it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's literally what it stands for.
I think you told me this and I laughed once, but then I was like...
Oh god, no.
Do you remember SD Gundam that used to be on Toonami years ago?
No, because the thing is, me and Austin had were watching Zenkaiju,
yeah.
And then there's those 2 characters who
that's literally what... Yes, that is what Zenkaiju is. Yes, they are SDs because of that. They are literally ripping off of SD Gundams.
Oh my god.
That is literally what it is.
Oh no. It's all come full circle, Austin.
No, that is literally what it is. Yeah. Okay. So then, the broadest, like, everyman sort of, like, Gundam that, like, or Gunpla that people buy are 1/144th scale, as in they are 1/144th the size of the actual in-universe, like, mobile suit or kit. Or you know,
if
suit.
it was 144 times bigger, it would be real.
Right. That's high grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then master grade is 1/100th, and usually offers more detail and parts. There's like inner workings and like sort of like you know, there'll be like more pistons or something like that.
Pistons.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. And then there's perfect grade, which is going to be like 1/60th, which is obviously bigger, even more detail, a lot of like parts to that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
100%.
Something that I realized somewhere around like episode 3 of watching this was that the Gundam Build Real part, the real part, was not just like in reference to it being live action or anything. It was in reference to real grade, which is still a 1/144th scale, but it tries to put the level of detail that a master grade would have in that scale, and a slightly lower price point. So, like, while a high grade might be, I mean, honestly, like, 12 to, like, on average, 12 to, like, $25. A real grade is typically, like, 30, maybe 40. Versus a master grade, which is, like, typically closer to, like, 60. All of that is to say, real grades are... First of all, there's a much smaller, like, listing of them. There aren't as many real grades as there are high grades. Or even master grades. Because it's usually they only choose to do a real grade for certain mobile suits. Like, certain iconic ones. They're not going to just put that level of detail into something so small for, like, every little fucking, like, mobile suit.
Right.
So, like, some of the ones that do it are, like, usually the protagonist and their rival of, like, various Gundam series. Hence why our dumbass boys have been doing this entire fucking thing using the first Gundam. Not like other Gundams that, like... Because there's also... You know, obviously... so, Gundam has, as you may know, various timelines. It goes, like, various, like... Hey, not all of this is all one just continuous fucking timeline. This is a very... It's not even JoJo's level, right? It's, like, alternate timelines. Alternate universes. Hey, this is... In this world, Gundam means this. In this world, Gundam means that. Like, this is what's going on.
Okay, yeah, alright.
But there are... In the Universal Century, which is the original Gundam... There are multiple protagonists, multiple Gundams, multiple, like... That is very much more like the JoJo's, like, delineation of... There's a lot of different Gundams, they're all Gundams, but they're not all the same Gundam. And each one is kind of, like, different and has different powers. And it's essentially... They have been fighting with Jonathan Joestar the entire time, and other people are using Giorno and fucking, like, Josuke and Jotaro.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's,
And they're going, why are we losing? Why are we losing? Why are we losing? I don't know, guys! Maybe you shouldn't be using this piece of shit. But then let's bring this back to the specs question, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole thing about, like, the Gundam Build series, at least based off of the anime, and which is implied but not detailed in this, is that you can... The whole idea of, like, Gunpla, or at least a big part of Gunpla, is customization. Hey, Gunpla is freedom. Gunpla wa jiyu da. Like, you can do whatever you want with Gunpla.
Yeah.
But they don't do shit. Their Gundam, their OG Gundam, is just like a very detailed version of the original Gundam. And the other ones will have custom paint jobs, custom weapons. There's a lot of emphasis on, like, you gotta get custom weapons.
Basically, they bought an old car and just left the paint job. And just redid the same paint job versus buying
why won't my fucking, like, Mustang with 300,000 miles, like, from 1985... Why won't my Mustang from 1985 with 300,000 miles, why won't it drive faster than a 2015 fucking, like, Lamborghini souped up with, like, NOS and Fast and the Furious powers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just keep fucking running their heads against a wall over and over again.
How did they not figure that
out?
It's literally just the race between Brian and whoever the fuck it was when he races in his shitty... No, wait, that was Tokyo Drift, so not Brian.
Oh, Alabama boy?
Normal car versus the guy in his souped up, like...
Oh, yeah, where he loses to Drift King?
Yeah.
DK Drift King?
Yeah, that shit. Anyway, so, we caught up now?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Right, that was louder and more...
So that's the situation that they're at. Alright, so anyway, this drunken man who lives a sad life in a hangar and by himself with nothing but Gundam model kits, which, in an alternate timeline... might have been a dream.
No problem.
He has a lot of kits in this warehouse, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking awesome. He has the Dendrobium.
I know, it just kind of looks like our house.
Well, okay. We have manga, too.
Yes.
And we also have a television. He doesn't have a television. He has 2 computer screens. I have 4 computers. Anyway, so they're breaking down, like, why the fuck did we lose?
How did we lose?
And we have what might be
to losing?
My favorite moment in this entire show, where they're all just going, I don't know what the fuck is wrong, and the makeup girls like go, hey, we're
gonna film now.
we gotta do our YouTube stuff, and then they decide to sit down like a fucking studio audience
and watch.
And then the serial killer of the group, who I still continue to forget his name,
Smiley Boy. Oh, Simp Boy is just like, yay!
Yeah,
is that a Nintendo Switch? Okay, hold on, sorry. It's just one of the characters that they're in the fight.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that not a Nintendo Switch console?
See, I've let things buffer long enough for William to catch up and watch the whole episode.
At least most of it.
If he's gotten to the part where it looks like a Nintendo Switch, he's at the end.
Yeah. Anyways, so yay, we're gonna watch the girls' film, which isn't weird or anything.
Yeah.
Also, dude, stop clapping, it's weird.
But there's this great moment where the girls are describing waterproof makeup and stuff, and like the differences in like makeup qualities, like the ingredients. Yeah, and then resident serial killer who can't put his glasses up to the right like frame of his eyes just shouts, "That's it! I got it! I figured it out!"
And he just like points at them and is screaming, and it's just honestly one of the best ones.
It is,
and they're just like. In the middle of filming, because you get like the camera angle of just like them looking at him, like
real quick. When they're recording, when we see from their point of view, that is the camera's point of view, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's gonna be the camera's point of view.
Yeah. So when they're talking about makeup and everything, right?
Yeah.
Right. When you see them from face forward, looking at them, right? That is their. Well, how would you rate that camera quality? How would you say that?
I'd probably say that's like it's at like 150. Yeah, 150. I think it's probably like that camera quality honestly looks like a fucking camcorder from like 2003.
Right.
I'd say 2000 like.
Mind you, they had a $1,600 DSLR like an episode ago.
But this bitch decided to sell it. And like, you know how?
And one of their biggest complaints on this
I want one
that
because
they're
I can
doing
have the
is that we
blur
don't
on
have
the
a
edges.
good enough camera, right?
Like, remember this bitch was like, I like to have like the blur around the edges?
Let's also, if we really want to look at this from a photography, like...
Why do we have Minnesota license plates? And why are they wrong?
I don't know.
Wait,
Nakamura has a lot of American shit. Like, if you look at like his jacket that he wears this episode and the jackets he wore before...
That's not how American license plates usually work.
Maybe they did. His parents went to America, like, in the 80s. Mm-hmm. But what I was going to say is, like, if we're really talking about, like, videography here, like, you wouldn't do it with an open window. That is just blowing out... No, it's not. That is not backlighting. That is... that is white light in the fucking architect's room in The Matrix. Yep. Like, that is blowing out the contrast in this entire fucking, like, shot. It's fucking everything up.
And doesn't they also have a ring light on as well?
Yeah, they have a ring light, but they're blowing out the light with a fucking, with natural light in the window. Know what they're doing.
But we knew that because they can't describe waterproof makeup like normal people. Also, this
look, hey, how are you going to understand? How are you going to understand lighting?
Okay, if that's what it is.
Understand water resistant.
I was really confused about that. Yeah.
She puts white eyeshadow from the inside corner halfway out to try to pretend that she doesn't have like slight bags or just slightly
bulgy eyes,
thicker under eyelids.
Well, actually, both of them have. Ooh.
I was gonna say they all do, but
no, she's letting her eyes be naturally like have bags. These two
are trying
look like they got a vacuum cleaner suction cup stuck to their eyes.
She's trying to like use eyeshadow to fucking like clear that out, and like her lips are just like.
Yeah, again, a very.
Anyway, she's just trying to be generically pretty, and it's clearly her makeup.
Lots of vacuum cleaner.
The other ones.
Yeah. Lots of vacuum cleaners attacking them.
And then she's like, I'll fucking kick you out. It's
yeah.
This is not your house.
Oh, so fun fact.
Bitch, this isn't your house.
So,
this is
Clappy Boy's house. I'm just going to go over our main characters, right? At the title card at 159. Alright, so we've got Takumi and Hiro. From left to right, we're going Takumi and Hiro. Takumi is the builder of the group. He builds...
the soft, sweet one.
He builds the kit. Now, they had Soda, he's the one that betrayed them. That's Sota with a T. Okay. He betrayed them and went to Monster. And he was specifically the armament builder.
Yeah, which they all have very specific...
They really needed an armament builder. Specifically for weapons. I don't know why the Gundam... the Gunpla builder couldn't build the weapons to the same like quality.
They both had time to focus enough on each individual thing because it probably started with one of them being both, and then it's like I didn't get to this. It's like, well, you should let me help you. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they were that communicative at like 10, but
anyway, Takumi is really sad, but his family owns like a restaurant, so that's whatever, cool. Hiro is a whiny bitch. He's the pilot, but he keeps fucking like being angry at everyone for not following his directions, but he keeps losing, so like, what the fuck? Why do you keep trying to be
main character.
Like, why do you
basically
keep trying
a really
to like
bad leader?
Yeah. But Nakamaru is the commander. There's literally no definition to what this role is. It basically seems like he's the manager. Like
it's something between manager, hype man, and help.
This is his family's like beach house. Like for whatever reason, he's been able to just like loan this out to use for whatever the fuck he wants, which includes.
What if he lives there by himself?
I don't think he lives there. I think he just lets people like come over. He is getting.
What if he just lives there by himself?
I'm just saying. He's getting like completely like stepped on. And like he's just going, whatever I can do to let like people hang out with me because I used to be fat and that's my entire archetype.
He's just sad boy.
Like I said, I used to be fat and that's my entire archetype. I'm going to let girls come over because girls, yay!
I don't know.
And I'm gonna let them
more girls the pictures of you being a cute little chubby Asian boy, like.
I don't know. They definitely made fun of him for having burger sauce on his face last episode, so
Well, that's because you literally have shit on your face.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's Takumi, Hiro, Nakamaru. Anyway, the serial killer on the 4th, right, at the end, who I genuinely have not remembered his name from start to finish. I keep forgetting it. I know they say it, but I keep thinking the one that's a serial killer. Because he continues to exhibit... He continues to exhibit... a quirky pedophile.
Oh God,
the quirky pedophile.
He continues to exhibit behavior and like actions.
He emotes weirdly, and his gestures are awkward.
Yeah,
is the best way to explain.
Yeah, Japanese Jeffrey Dahmer over here. JJD.
But the creator? He clearly showed a slight interest in the girls. They all picked the same one.
Okay. I don't know how much he picked or so much he was trying to blend in. It's like when somebody gets married for a cover, you know, it's like, listen, I'm not gay. And you have a marriage of convenience.
That's why one kid told another kid, like, yeah, my doctor grabs my balls and tells me to cough when I go to the doctor's office, and then he goes because he specifically wants his balls grabbed.
Okay.
What?
Jeffrey Dahmer things.
Oh. Okay. Because, I mean, prostate exams are real, and...
Yeah, no, but,
hey, get your body checked. I'm older now, and I'm worried about...
And he was like, haha.
These things. Fuck!
I'm sorry, that just seemed like the most appropriate way to respond to that.
Fuck! Oh my god, wow. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
So anyway.
So anyways, they figure shit out about silver.
Yeah, they figure out that paint is the great decider, which, again, they have been operating on a Gundam that has...
tape.
Has tape and has, like...
this is their childhood Gundam, by the way.
Yeah,
this
it is the same
Gundam. Bought a new Gundam and built, right? This is the same shitty Gundam they had since childhood.
Yeah, it's the first, or is it the first?
This is their original.
It's
right?
It's
like me
it's
going
not just
out
the
and buying
original
a card from my childhood. This is like the exact same card from my childhood that I kept unsleeved, that's crumpled up,
unsleeved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how people sleeve their cars.
Right,
did you say card or cars?
Cards. Right?
I thought you were talking about cards.
That I kept unsleeved, and that I would tie around in a rubber band.
No, it's pretty much that.
Also the one that you would like keep on yourself to like try to keep clean, but you'd never dust it.
Or it's like the straight out the Shonen Jump magazine Elementary Strauss that I had back in like 6th grade that I literally fuck.
Why is this room so smoky? Who's looking?
I went to sleep with it next to me on my pillow.
Okay.
Well, wherever my hands were. The fact of the matter is, when I woke up, it wasn't there anymore, and it was not in good condition because I'm a fucking 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid, and it fucking just rolled the fuck all over this fucking goddamn card.
Anyways, their basement / room / hangout spot seems to be perpetually like hot.
Yeah, it's perpetually hazy. Anyway, so there's Japanese.
They leave the boy with the Gundam. We go over to Japanese Tilda Swinton, who's.
So do you understand who Japanese Tilda Swinton is?
Really too into watching Mr. Soda Man finish his thing.
But William, do you understand what we mean by like Japanese Tilda Swinton?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of looks like.
Why does this one Japanese have the same outfit 5 times in this closet?
I understand what you mean. Like, I can kind of see it. I can, but you know, it's like kind of, you know.
Like, I mean, I think part of why people get weirded out by Tilda Swinton is she's so white. Like, she's got very pale skin with like blonde hair, like just stark blonde hair. Like,
are people legit weirded out
by her?
I
like her unsettling nature.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, a lot of people actually feel very uncomfortable. Honestly,
have you looked at Tilda Swinton?
I have, but I wouldn't feel uncomfortable. I wouldn't imagine I would.
Okay, it's.
Anyway, Sui's also
she's just she's really pale with really pale blonde hair, so it gives her really typically short hair, so it just kind of makes her seem alien to a lot of people. And she plays a lot of roles where she is...
odd.
Yeah, off. You know.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. I guess.
Yeah, so if you just put all that together, it's just that's why people get weirded out by her. And so this feels like this dude just feels like a Japanese like palette swap of like a Tilda Swinton character. Like he's just standing there with short hair, like a weird like very conservative like outfit, and just like almost like
there's just something off.
An undiagnosed disorder.
Like I said, there's some form of like psychiatric interesting thing about him.
Yeah.
For example, he owns 5 of the same shirt and 3 of the same pair of pants.
Yeah, he just seems hyper focused on
specifically like 1.5 inches apart.
Yeah, he's just hyper focused on Soda, like the guy that he bought in or won in a fucking Gundam fight. He won a person's allegiance in a Gundam fight.
Anyways, a little after 5 minutes, it's time to greet the god.
Yeah, anyway, everybody goes to greet their idol, and the idol isn't there.
Essentially, I like to just imagine that the line should be like, "Ah yes, here to praise the god, where is it?"
Yeah, no, what you said, God damn it, where'd it go?
It's like, here to praise God. And then it's like, God! Fuck, where is it? God damn it.
And then they were like, oh, well, Takumi was working on it. He might have taken it home. And then Takumi goes, he goes, where the fuck is it? And everybody goes, wait, you don't know? I don't know. You don't know? We don't know. And then the girls aren't there. And then the girls come in with a fucking... They run...
3 sad girls walk in kind of
the boys run their analysis of what it could be.
As far as what they can in their silly little boy brains.
But the girls just walk in.
Shuffle in, heads down, just like...
with a fucking bag. This is the greatest... The first, 10 minutes of this episode might be the best of this entire series. Because when we leave Takumi, the girls are playing with, a fucking,
thing.
A drone, like a hover drone, that's, proximity-based, because, they keep putting their hands under it.
Barbie, pull string, Barbie.
Yeah, the things where the ferries where they spin around and fly up.
And then
those the McDonald's
to, use
toys.
Hands to guide it back up.
Yeah,
but that actually worked properly.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like those. They're just playing with a Barbie.
But Takumi goes to sleep and and then wakes up.
Get snacks.
And then the girls took it out to play with, and their answer is just, we bought you a new one.
They don't say anything.
They really don't. They just hand them a box.
They just hand them a brand new model kit.
Yeah, and they go...
And so they open it and look at it and go...
Why are you giving this to us? And they were like, we were playing around, and we broke it. We know that this is the entire... We know that this is the entire thing that you've been working on this time... But
we tried to fix it, but then it broke more.
Kind of stepped on it, and we kicked it, and then we threw it down the stairs, and then we set it on fire.
Why would you make an airplane that couldn't fly? It makes no sense.
I don't get it. Oh my god, no! Yeah. And then 4 boys all grip their fist hard. And then punch the shit out of them.
But then they're just like, what'd you do with it? Where is it? Oh my god!
They told the girls not to touch it!
I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of the Arthur reference. DW!
Oh my god.
No, that's literally what happened. They essentially fucking took a model kit and went, why doesn't it fly? And smashed it against the wall or something.
Where's the giant
they were playing with it and probably
just
dropped it on the floor and then picked it up,
they get their Gundam back. It is. Look, hey, here's the thing, right? It's demolished, but at least everything is still intact. It literally looks like someone just made all the parts separately and
it literally is just
right.
These girls don't really understand Gundam, so they picked it up, and as they kept trying to put pieces back together, parts kept popping off.
Yeah.
Well,
and they just went, "We broke it. It's fucked. I don't know what to do."
Yeah, which, to be fair, out of this
anxiety I had at the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, but I didn't.
Oh God, what am I dropping?
If I would say, if I got a free model kit out of it, it would be worth it. But the thing is, I put way more time into my customizations than what these fucking children do.
Yeah.
Like, my customizations are so much fucking better than this. And the thing is,
well, you're also not a high schooler with theoretical other things to deal with.
if I was in high school and I was as into Gundam as I was now, or Gun Plus specifically...
You wanna have friends?
No, I probably still have friends. I made it through high school with the interest I have in Yu-Gi-Oh, so I could probably do both. But the fucking freakout they all have, where they're all banging around trash cans and like looking for it, and then they go like,
because they're like, we threw it out, so everyone's
like, what the fuck? No, Jesus! And then they're like, I kept it in a plastic bag.
Do you think their freak out is due to the fact that it's the Gundam that represents their child, or the fact that they don't have any money to buy a replacement Gundam?
Well, they spent $1,600 on a goddamn DSLR!
That got sold.
Yeah, and also...
I mean, that is specifically not
but also, like...
Anyways, they all grab trash cans.
Okay, here's the thing, right? If you lose a customized kit, even with the amount with the little amount that they have like customized it, you still have to repaint it, re-detail it, reapply decals and all that stuff. So
and
it's not
it, reshape it to whatever specification.
So it's not even about
like intent, like detail.
Yeah, so it's not about necessarily like having to like
have that one.
It's just, oh god, I really don't want to have to do this again. Like, all of this fucking shit. all
like
over again.
High school art class, when you put a lot of work into a painting, and then for some reason it goes missing, and then you have to start all over again, and you're like...
Yeah, I'll burn this school to the ground. And then they all decide to do their chant of the Nanahachi song. Nanahachi! Nanahachi! Nanahachi!
And then they get girls involved with Gunpla, which I think was really part of what this entire thing was about.
The true plan. But anyway, so
this one's cute.
So they all decide to they make it a group bonding experience, and they fucking like build, and you can see when they show the one, like the new one that they built, like the difference between what they've done and like what a straight out the box one is. Which is fine. Like, again, you can see that they did put some, like, level of detailing to, what, like...
The biggest thing to me is at least, like, on the shoulders, where it's, like...
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, detailing and, like, panel stuff. Like, there's definitely... They did work to make it not just a straight build, but it's really comparatively, like, not... That's like, it's not... the extent that you could take it. I'm just gonna post some
versions of it.
No, I'm not gonna post some versions of it. I'm gonna post some custom builds that I have like favorited that I think are just like really creative. And the website that they're from like shows the kit, like lists the kits that are made from it.
Oh, that's cool.
And you have to like.
You did send me this, yeah.
Right. This is basically
you can try and do
all they did was add stickers, basically, William.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Their original Gundam that they had, all they did was they add like detail sticker, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like.
And
they
so these are like
made like a quote unquote custom Gundam, right? Like basically in Gundam you can make the Gundam, or you can do something called kit bashing, right? Where you buy different kits, and then you'd be like, "Hey, I like the hands from this Gundam. This one has good legs. The head's better on this, right? I'm gonna
Austin explaining.
Yeah. Like
but you can mix and match, and then you can also even go further and just make custom parts. Yeah. Like you can makes stuff that
you know, most people own a lighter. Melt that shit a little bit.
The whole thing that they have with this weird ass like hammer cannon thing that they have is that like they specifically commissioned this dude with this homeless man in a hangar with a 3D printer to make a weapon that they could like use. And it's like, that's cool, but also you can, I mean, people before that, when real artists take plastic
art teachers
and sand stuff down and make things into the form that they want it to be, and then build a weapon. So like they don't just cheat with fucking
like his own
3D
sort of
printing
like
stuff.
customizing of like screwing holes in the head to help it hold
yeah,
on to the
hey,
better. So that's a whole like,
hey, he's an artiste
thing, which also I think is probably to help with like keeping the head on the goddamn body.
I'd assume
for
so.
battles.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know where you got a tiny screw drill bit.
Oh, Hobbyworks. Hey, Hobbyworks will get you.
As long as it's not Hobby Lobby.
Fuck Hobby Lobby. They don't have any Gundam.
Jesus and put it up their ass.
But anyway, so you can see between like the plain Gundam and the one that they've like had for years the difference, and then they show them one with like paint, and they're like, "Oh,
we could have Gundam.
We could have painted it.
This one's cute.
We could have given like actual paint and like customization to it instead of just like hyper detailing like." A Gundam! Oh, I guess.
And then he gets an idea, and then the girls are just like, ooh. And
yeah.
Then we go outside to swing a stick.
We go outside to swing a stick, and then Hiro and Satsuki have this weird mountain experience where they talk about like the scale of Gundams and shit, and then she runs like an anime character up a hill with her fucking arms like swinging back and forth like a fucking idiot, like side by side.
It's worse than the windshield wipers.
Oh god, they really are windshield wipers though.
No, it's worse than windshield wipers because it's like she's limp from like the elbow down.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Yes, thanks for the hologram drone.
Yeah. Anyway, the
whole conversation is basically about seeing things in perspective, and then she screams on top of a mountain at Hiro to have like for good luck.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I made a decision, and then she just ends her sentence there, and we just go, I don't know what the fuck
you
decided.
I will say,
bitch, what?
Probably the weakest part of this whole show is that
just
clearly Satsuki's going through something of her own, and they just completely ignore that and don't fucking like address it. And like you'll see in the final episode,
24 minutes,
like that it culminates in something, and you go, "What the fuck is going on with her?" There seems like there's been something that's been supposed to be like hinted at, and she like keeps talking about like how small this town is and like figuring stuff out and blah blah blah.
Hiro, do you like living here?
Yeah, and like by the end of it, it's like
just things must seem so massive.
Okay, and she's doing what? What the fuck is what's happening? Like, why is she? What is her fucking like importance? And so
we'll never know. They only got 6 episodes.
Yeah. In typical...
So she screams at him on top of a mountain, and then I think we just get to the competition?
No. We have the great point where they try to figure out how many parts they should have. And then they all decide to go to Takami's restaurant, and all the old people that love fucking Gundam decide to, like, rant at him about what Gundam is the best and how the original Gundam is the best.
It's
Universal Century's Gundam is the best.
Men just yelling about what they like about Gundam
at
this small boy.
Listen. To the Gundam community, Universal Century is not the best. It's the most expansive, so it has a lot of really good points, but it also has some really bad points. You can't just fucking go, oh, I love Universal Century. There's a lot of other parts of Gundam, and they all have their, like, qualities. You're just a purist hipster bitch, and you need to get the fuck over yourself. Anyway, Takami lets his dad touch his Gundam. He lets his dad goes, can I touch your Gundam? Can I touch your Gunpla? And he goes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You're finally a real man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now that you have a real Gundam, and that shitty Gundam from childhood, right? You finally gave up on that.
You're just standing right next to him.
Yeah, that's right.
On the table, not like literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then.
Anyways, whoa, it's blue.
No,
I like the color.
I mean,
you like the color? I like the color.
It's
okay.
really great They did really good application of the paint. I mean,
I'm very confused.
It's very smooth.
I'm very confused by that.
I mean, they had an airbrush.
Should not be that fine.
They had an airbrush.
Doesn't matter.
It's a very light application. It's probably maybe like 2 layers.
Well, then I need to learn how to airbrush things better.
I mean,
Anyways.
if you take a far distance from it, it works. Anyway, meanwhile, back to Soda. Soda is actually
airbrushing it. We forgot about how they're all crowding around him, just inhaling.
Oh yeah, there was that point where they are airbrushing and they're all huffing the shit out of the fumes, and they're definitely going to be, from personal experience, blowing fucking tissues out of their nose, like blowing paint out of their nose in tissues
for days
because they are not wearing masks.
They're just all up in Takumi space, just like.
Yeah. Hey, check out the most recent Kamen Rider Revised episode 17.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's gonna be some mention.
By the time this gets uploaded, hey, check out from a few weeks ago to our.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, go back to that. Whatever. Go back to that because there's gonna be I'm gonna make a comment about wearing masks. In that. Cough, cough. Sniff, sniff.
Yeah. Cool. So
but
the
Taku's
ready.
Yeah, but ready. Soda builds an actual like shield, like a custom weapon for like you can see just from that shield.
Does a shield qualify as a weapon?
I mean, when it has 2 big ass fucking bazookas, yeah. Also, I mean, you can bash a person's head in the face with a fucking shield.
You can do a lot of things with a shield. You can go sledding with a shield. You could bash someone's face in. You could.
Everything you're saying makes it sound like it's a weapon.
Ass slap, like.
Yeah. My point is just
food. I don't know. Whatever you gotta do.
You can see just from like the level of detail that Soda put into this weapon, the difference between like an actual customized like not Gunpla because okay, the Zaku's pretty plain, but like he really customized that shield. That's the kind of customization that like I expect from like a Gundam Build series, where it's like, I don't know how the fuck you got from like A to Z here.
Okay, I have 2 questions related to what's his fuck that looks like Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton. Shiraboshi.
So 1, who decides to do detailed crafting by pool light? 2, what the fuck is that rubber band yarn ball light in the corner on the left side?
From IKEA on the second question, and the third from the first question, a psychopath. A person that
look, you have
trades people
in competition. In people's skulls.
He's the perforator?
Oh my god.
It invaded?
Not yet.
Right?
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, so they finished their shield, right? They have now
both sides decide to finish their shield.
Yeah.
And Hero decides in the middle of the night.
Hero realizes that they still don't have a cool team symbol for their thing. Right?
It's time to spray paint a team symbol onto this leg. Because
I guess
I just want to say,
or at least more united.
Looking at the detail of the like symbol that they make, I don't understand how I'm assuming that they must have had multiple pieces of tape over that, because you cannot have something with like a separation in 2 parts peel off in one solid piece. That's just not how that's going to work. Like you can paint over that, but it's like there's so many different like part separation in the way that they make that decal, like in the way that they make that paint. And it's like, you can't do that in one solid piece. It would probably be, I'd say, 4 pieces? Like, why are you doing it on the back of the sticky notes?
Because I don't want to use the front, because I was doing something.
Okay, but you can take that piece off.
I don't want to put it back. Let me do things. Please.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna let her continue to try and imitate the drawing.
Because it kind of does possibly make sense.
Why are you doing this with the back of the sticky
Don't
notes?
ask me questions about random things that don't have anything to do with this.
Here's your sticky note drawing.
Cool. Now put it back on.
I'll do that after I do my drawing.
Oh my God.
You do
Cool,
that.
Sorry. Here's a quick
And you
intervention.
And you separate there. And you separate there. You go up. And then it goes there. And then this one's there. And then there's that shit. And it's got a little bit of teeth. And it's got like a bad bee.
So anyway, William.
Yeah.
So
No, shut up.
Shut
Shut
up.
up. No, we're having a moment. No. Hey, then it goes there.
Hold on.
And then it goes there.
They're at the tournament, right? And once again, I don't know how how Team Bright entered, because as we established up into it, they have not won a single Gundam.
No, they won the one against the girls.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because,
they beat up a bunch of girls.
Yeah, they beat up a bunch of hot girls because they had to beat the girls. If there's one thing that Gundam wants to prove to you, it's that girls can't beat protagonists. Mm-hmm. They can beat guys, but they can't beat protagonists.
Gundam without making it pink. Oh, by the way,
without making it pink or bears.
No, wait, what?
They can't make a Gundam without it being pink or with bears.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Listen, hey, there's a lot of bears in Gundam, or at least in Gunpla.
Okay.
The thing is, you have to look at the negative space.
Bear guy. Yeah, you have to look at the negative space. Here, you can put that back on now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I said you had to put it back on.
Right,
all right.
Anyway, yeah, Team Bright is still a really bad team, right, up until this point, right? But don't worry, they're at the tournament now, and they look like a bunch of people who should not be in this tournament, because the other team they're fighting clearly has a uniform, and they just like people who just walk into a building like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah, hello, we are here. We are also here.
Yeah, can we enter this Gundam tournament? This Gundam tournament and everything?
Can I enter this tournament with my 61 card Yu-Gi-Oh deck?
Yeah, also, I don't understand how Gundam battle mechanics, because you clearly see a team of 2 versus a team of 4. So I
guess this is a team of 1.
Must have a minimum of 2 people, but apparently you can just add more people to your team, which is funny.
Apparently you can also be one fat kid.
Yeah, one. Oh, okay. So here's the thing, right? Okay, so the tournament, the episode ends with Team Bright fighting Team Luminous, who is the team that they fought at the first episode that used the Unicorn Gundam. All right, so this is my Gundam history issue with the whole show. Not only do they keep using, like, the OG Gundam, they keep using it against Gundams that, within their own narratives, are fucking gods. Like I said, against, like, Giorno and fucking, like, Jotaro. Like, the Gundam Unicorn is just so overpowered in, like, its, like, defense and everything. But the Quanta is literally meant for, like, intergalactic travel. Like, has beam weapons that are big as shit. Fucking, like, it has the Trans Am, which is essentially Super Saiyan mode.
Okay, yeah.
Like, there's so, like, literally the last Gundam they used, the Unicorn Gundam, also kind of has Super Saiyan mode with an NTD system. Like, so many of these fucking, like, Gundams are just, like, straight up, like, because they are using...
Anyways, I'm using a Switch.
Yeah, it really is a Switch. But it's like...
Yeah, like I said, the rules of how you can battle a Gundam makes no sense within this show.
There's no regulation. It's
like,
just like, what can you
why would you use...
Right, because you clearly see Team Bright just straight up just punching the air, like, hey.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing. And then
yeah, I know, it's just really weird, and I'm just like kind of like, so why is it that one can use a
look at all the
controller,
negative
and why
space.
does
Look at
one
all
can
that.
use
There's-
just a VR controller?
You can't
and
keep
a
that as a
headset?
solid
Like,
piece.
how does that work within
It's
the
that
system
center
of a
part.
game like doesn't to begin with? It's just like that's two different like.
Yeah,
Because
it makes no sense.
makes a
But
line
don't
with a
worry.
negative space.
But don't worry. Team Bright is
You pull too
getting
much
it
off
right.
the edges.
Right.
There's a whole
And then we just have a
outline.
Yeah, you
straight
like
up
that.
anime moment where everything we just have large
all of the
obnoxious
Right, but I'm talking about the center part.
Like a real
You
How does that
stay-
I'm just saying, how does that stay together?
No, this has not happened
Because they're not
leading
cutting
up
the
to
white
this
out.
at any point, right? Where when they would summon a
But they're
weapon,
trying to
they
get
get
the
a
beat.
bunch of random
Yes.
text. This is the first time
Okay.
this has happened right now on screen, right? When all these texts come up whenever they use
If
their
you cut
weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This
anyway, Team Bright, they started blasting, right?
Right, but you wouldn't
Yeah,
pull
they
it
did.
apart. Like, if you pulled it off, it wouldn't be one solid piece.
Yes, it would.
Shooting.
Let's get it. We can get into a bit. I'm
No,
just kind
because-
of curious what's
because-
going on here. What's happening?
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
we're talking about my depiction of the little insignia that they made. All right. If you pulled it apart, I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm sending it. Yeah. If you pulled it apart, it would not fucking goddamn. That would not come off as one solid piece.
You're only cutting out the dark part, though.
Mm-hmm. Right, Nona?
But there's a part in the center that's completely unattached to any of the dark parts.
I mean, I assuming the way that they did it was they had one, and then they just cut it out, right?
They would need at least two pieces, but the B is specifically detached from, like the B.
Yes, because that's what you're cutting out.
Right, but I'm just saying that's still not one solid piece. You have to put one. You have to put one piece for the B, and then put another piece out for the outline of like the frame that they have.
What are you outlining right now?
The parts that have to be painted, like all the parts where I drew, right, where I have pencil. Those are the parts that should be negative space. Those are the parts that are going to be red.
Yes.
But if you have those as red parts, that means that this entire part around here, like the entire part surrounding it, has to be like solid masking tape.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have to cut out the part inside. They have to cut out the part inside in order to leave that as blank space so that there's no red there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to cut pieces around the stylistic B to make that like open for the non-red parts, and then the stylistic B has to be cut open for red. So we have
What
one.
do you mean the stylistic B has to be cut open? For?
So if we go back to fuck you. Hey, listen. Fuck you, Tilda Swinton. I'm not looking at you. Oh, there's the B. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. So
Wait.
so Team
Hold on.
Bright finishes off.
No. William wants to know about the B. Listen, we're going at the B.
Uh-oh, we're
We're
really
here.
invested
The
into
B in
this
apartment 23. There we go.
into this
Yeah.
B
Okay. Look at this.
storyline now.
Look at this. Yeah.
I
All right.
realized my mic was up. I'm just saying, we need to move. We're an hour and 9 minutes into this, my guy.
Yeah. It's okay. Anyway, so
It's okay.
you gotta have a frame around, because it's almost not negative space. It's positive space. You're trying to get the red to fill in there, so you have to have the masking tape has to be the stencil.
Yes.
And so you're cutting out the part that's going to be filled in. So you cut out the part where I've drawn.
No. Wait. Hold on.
Yes, you have to cut out the part where I've drawn.
Yes.
So that the red fills in there. Then you have to go back in and cut around the part that you just cut off to fill in again, to leave that space. And then leave the part that I've drawn here with, like, this whole bit has to stay. This part and this part has to stay. Because otherwise, it's going to create, like, it's going to make the wrong, like, image, and then you peel them off, and then you fill it in. You fill in all of the negative space with the Scotch tape, so that the positive space of the red fills in.
Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Oh boy, I'll tell you guys how my divorce goes later.
All right. Well, I guess
anyway,
anyway,
yeah.
you get a 12-year-old kid entering with a big robot, all right?
Yeah. Oh no. So here's my issue. All right. So last thing, right? Again, they keep fighting against gods.
Yep.
The Neo Zeong that they fight against in the last fucking episode.
Yeah. The one
again, breaking rules, is only available as a high grade, which means that there is literally no fucking consistency on the rules of what is and isn't allowed to be used in here. Because the Neo Zeong is only available as a high grade, not a real grade, which is what everyone else has been using, and that's fine. But yes, it's big as shit, but it's still not a real grade.
Right,
and also,
right. It's like the same regulations, right? It's like entering a monster truck into a car race, basically. At this point.
And also, it literally can't stand on its own. It literally needs to have a stand in order to, like, be upright. Like, it cannot fucking, like, just be there. Like, it doesn't have feet. Those are just two big-ass boosters on its legs.
Oh.
They're not legs! They're not legs!
Oh,
it
you're
literally,
right.
If you have that figure in your house, it literally cannot stand up. Like, it's kind of a moot point to, like, focus on the fact that it should really just, like, schematically be superior than it. But it is. It shouldn't lose. But also, it's just, like, in-universe, this shouldn't be allowed anyway, because it's going to fucking, like... It can't stand up on its own! How is this legal? What part of this is legal?
As we've seen so far, there seems to be no regulation or anything, so...
That's right. As you've seen so far from the previous 4 episodes you watched...
Okay, look, from the 1 episode, how about that, alright? That's
okay.
For me, it's...
Yes, in 1 episode, William has grasped the entire concept, honestly, of the show.
I mean, from what I'm seeing, they're, like... They don't even need to say anything. I see it and I'm like, well, how's this working?
Hey look, William, no rules, no items, right? Right, space only.
Final destination, fight on the moon.
Yeah, alright, yes, anyway, hey, big Chungus Gundam, right, fires lasers. But apparently it just fucking loses it under its own weight.
Yeah.
Did they aim for, like, the jugular or something?
No! Okay, okay. So let me actually... So I just posted the wiki of the Neo Zeong. The Neo Zeong is not actually its... So remember how they say, like, typical Gundam is like 18 meters?
Yeah.
The Neo Zeong is 59 meters tall. But it's not actually a mobile suit all its own. It is... You put a mobile suit into...
Oh, is this a Hulkbuster armor type of situation?
Yeah! It is a mobile suit in a mobile suit. It does not operate on its own. You can't... It is actually the Sinanju in there. It's not the... Like... It's not a fucking, like... it's this one inside of it. Like, literally, you have to put that in there. You have to put that in it as part of the model kit. Like, not even saying about, like, what it would be, like, in-universe. This is inside of it as part of the model kit. So it's like, they didn't... They put a Gunpla in a bigger Gunpla. That's it. And that's how it worked. And it's like, so they didn't go for the jugular. No, they just struck the actual Gunpla. Meanwhile, in universe, the Gunpla the mobile suit has a shit ton of fucking guns and lasers and fucking like protective like force fields and shit. And they just go, I'm just gonna drive right up and just stab him in the fucking throat. Which shouldn't work. Shouldn't work at all. But this little fat kid, I guess, is so bad at fucking Gunpla battle that he just fucking loses.
Nice. Oh my god.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
All right, and now you're caught up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and now you're back in.
Can't wait to just watch episode
2022.
and still be weirded out by this, man.
2022, we got William back.
Oh my god.
Anyway, hey, that's the episode.
And then one of the girl leaves to Europe.
Oh yeah, and then Satsuki just fucking dips to go in the forest. I don't know.
God, no,
Yeah.
she decided. Decided what? We don't know.
She's like, you know what?
Yeah.
She's either leaving and giving the house, just leaving. They're just leaving the house to the boys. Maybe that's the case.
Yeah.
It's
What?
their house.
Yeah.
It was it was the Nakamura's house, summer house.
Man, I have no
I
idea, man. I don't know. I don't know why it's so dramatic. Why she's gonna leave and everything.
Yeah, boy.
Right, exactly. It's almost like they
All I know is
completely
she's
like
not on
pulled this out of
nothing.
nowhere.
I've decided, and then is leaving.
Yeah. So anyway,
Maybe five episodes wasn't enough. Maybe you shouldn't have put so much drama into your fucking show about giant robot fights all with it.
Including girls? Fine. Making a weird storyline that you're not gonna finish? Not fine.
yeah.
All right, is that
Hey.
this week's episode?
Yeah, that's this week's episode. Hey, wash your nose. Don't blow babies. Touch yourself.
What?
Nope, wait.
What? Is that really?
Wash yourself, don't blow babies, touch your nose. Wash your nose, don't touch babies, blow yourself. Hey, get your shots,
Get help.
get boosters, get vaccinated, buy Gunpla.
Or something.
Yeah.